as we have discussed, I saw in a vision an Arab guy with a rainbow aura, and then J.B. Murdoch said she saw me in the desert wearing a white robe and a red religious hat dressing. I believe that I'm probably going to link up with the Antichrist, which would be Nostradamus' third Antichrist. I remember J. Essex saying that he was being kept in the country of Jordan and some other country, and they kept him moving around, and this third Antichrist isn't allowed to live, but for whatever reason he's being allowed to live now. Yeah, so I got a feeling that's my new best friend. Why wouldn't it be? And it turns out that Iggy Azalea is Azazel. For those that don't know, when you pray to God, you're praying to Draco the Dragon, aka Andre the Giant. If you pray to Allah, you're praying to Satan, Iggy Azalea. So if you worship God, Draco, Allah, Iggy Azalea. And when you see a pop star or whoever go like this, the real meaning of this is that the entity has permeated the body. I know a lot of lower degree Masons think that this means health. Like, this means I'm healthy. So, the jinn are Arab spirits. And I've gone deep in meditation before where I've heard a bunch of Muslim talk. Boy, is it annoying. I've even had Eminem rap in what sounded like some sort of Arab language. I wouldn't say Arabic, I would say something like, I don't even know. It's not even worth speculating. And you see a lot of jinn possess the bodies of black and brown people. That's probably why. That's what they're accustomed to. I just think I don't understand, that doesn't make sense, is that Ald Kendall said that Iggy Azalea was going to be his underling. Why would Azazel, something that's been like billions of years old, why would that spirit need magic lessons? Don't you think that she could figure it out for herself, or just astral travel when someone else is getting the lesson and just shadow that person? And then, not to mention, I just forgot something. Doing two things at once. Oh yeah, not to mention Tory Smith said that Satan was, which is Azazel, was arrested and taken to Agartha. So there's so many logical problems of this. Don't know where to begin. It's kind of like the logical problems with JSX killing Jesus. If JSX killed Jesus, then what was the point of Jesus leaving? If you ascend above the third dimension, how can you A, come back, B, use telekinesis, C, use telekinesis better than any human has ever done, because he said he dropped his arm and got a blade to spin. Now, as far as telekinesis is concerned, something has to have like the potential to move. If there's just a bag, say if you have like a bag laying on the floor, or better yet, just say you have a knife laying on the floor. You can't just move that knife. It has to already be in motion, like a fan. Or you see how my hand has the potential to go like this? A knife doesn't have the potential just to go. So many logical fallacies with JSX, but there's so many logical fallacies with JSX killing Jesus, but that's just my understanding. I'm just going what I know at the time. Maybe there are beings that are powerful enough to do telekinesis and get something to move that has no potential to move. I wish someone could get me to move, because I have no potential. And I just want to say that I really don't want to do any community service, because there is no community. A long time ago they replaced community with society, and so community service is really society service. And I just can't stand the idea of helping people that don't even know I exist. That sounds pretty bad, but that's what life is. I wonder who's in control of my life, because it's not me. I just wonder why, every day, there's two things I wonder. Why the interaction between me and certain people went down the way it did, and B, why am I still alive? And Alt Kendall was saying that vision of my, well, I had a vision of a guy that wasn't me, that was an Arab guy with a rainbow aura. He was in like a building that was like he was like in a room that was like with windows busted out and there was no roof to it. So Alt Kendall was saying it's a bit of a, he said it was, his exact quote, I watched him say this like at least 10 times, because I didn't really, I kept watching it and then interpreting it to be something else. So I went back at least 10 times and I remember the exact quote. He said that it wasn't the best message, but when do I bring good news? Even then, you'd have to sign for it. So are they going to put, they always say birds of a feather flock together, so they're going to put me with the Antichrist. And what are we going to do? Take over the world? I've already done that. and they wouldn't have it. They put me in my own little box, which you see here. I just hope this guy speaks English. I'm not working a fruit stand. I'm not going all the way to... I'm not going all the way to Stone Women Land to just work a fruit stand. Why am I still alive? Does my face look more insectilian to you? This is the face of disdain. This is not like the Pleiadian become love face. This is like the face of disdain and despair. And they woke me up at 4 a.m. today and never let me go back to sleep. That's a long... And I tried to meditate and just can't, I can't meditate at somewhere I want to be. Like, I want to be home. I can't meditate somewhere I want to be. Thanks for nothing.